All right.
And we're good.
All right. Then welcome back, everyone, to the next session of Here Be Dragons. I guess Rupert is giving our recap tonight.
Got it, friend.
You can just say no and make the dehydrated man give the recap.
Please don't.
No, because he can kill all of us.
Retroactively,
If you were the
too.
dehydrated man, I'd do it. If Rooney was the dehydrated man, I'd do it. I can't do it in shadow.
It'd be really weird if I was a dehydrated man.
Wouldn't be the weirdest thing in the world. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
It's 2024.
That's fair.
Everyone can be a dehydrated man. It's fine.
That's fair.
So anyway, we're exploring the dungeon more. Locked door. Rogue fails the rogue. Hope fucks off. A loud metal door slam. Like, what the fuck's that? The dead pop out to have a good time. You have to kill all of them. No deal, but.
Yeah, we had to kill all of them for them having
of
too
ghoulies.
good of a time.
And the door that had locked opens. Hope is in there. He killed a person. And more undead. Person seemed to be a member of the aberrant scale. Found some electrum in a barrel. Which I did figure out. Waterdeep does accept electrum.
It does.
That's cool. Yeah. They're called suns, I think.
Yeah. Electrum Suns. A really old currency.
Oh, it's a perfectly valid. It's they have all these names because they have different names for coins.
Yeah.
Deep. She sees a silver thread connecting Hope to the dead person. We have no idea what the fuck that means. We travel more. Find a room of golden floors. We sense Lessla sense conjuration magic. There's a plaque with warning. Noticing some runes on these tubes up in the ceiling. I had to cast comprehend languages, and everyone takes a short rest because, well, some of us needed it. Have an eventful session, really.
The ghoul's almost killing us.
I said the ghoulies give us some trouble. Did you not hear me?
I didn't.
I heard you.
I didn't hear ghoulies. I thought you said girlies.
We say could have been girlies. We don't know. Okay.
Yeah, they're the kind of girls that go, "Arrgh."
Oh God!
Never do that again.
I will kill you.
Hey, Rat, can I borrow your fucking gun? I don't have one, you see. Need to make a threat.
What? Well, I understand why it's me, but why is it me?
What?
That whenever...
Because we know you have one.
I know Shao doesn't, as far as I can... I know Shao doesn't.
That's fair. Anyway.
The only one
Which is surprising.
You're the only
It's
person
surprising
who
this
has a
is the situation, considering the state you live in versus
Yeah.
the state I live in. But anyway.
Alright.
So, first off, what you're able to translate from it. The first few pages are largely... They seem like research notes, surprisingly enough.
Mm.
They are describing translated. It seems to be black bile is the only thing the substance is referred to. And it appears to be a lot of observations about largely what it does when in contact with various substances. And most of them seem to be rather inert. The one exception being some decaying flesh, it did have a small reaction to, but nothing significant. What that small reaction is not elaborated on. The very last page seems to be a list of studies on these ruins themselves. and it goes into a great bit of detail about the history and seemingly observations, listing off that the current assumption, whoever wrote this, you can assume the dead woman in there, is that these catacombs were once a cellar. The presence of the powerful artifact she suspects to be in here is likely the cause of its alteration. How that artifact came to be here, she doesn't know. But that does seem to be her purpose in finding it. Again, these are basically like writings of someone who knows what they're talking about. They're not going into as much detail as you would like.
Basically, the research notes between colleagues who have the context already.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Like, these are like, I'm writing this down, I know the context. You coming and reading it as someone who doesn't, it's hard to pick up what that context is.
But
what you can gather is that there is a powerful artifact. The name of it is not mentioned. But what it does mention at the end is, given that this is Shun's legacy, the shape of these catacombs are not surprising. There are also scrawled in the margins a lot of like personal notes, like note to self, remember to close door, things like that. Nothing seemingly of importance.
Note to self: make sure to grab Billy's way back.
Yeah, it's largely like reminder, dispose of and it'll list off a like a number part, like a number like 3A or 5B, things like that, or clean up or acquire more of.
Love that.
Yeah, stuff like this. It's someone going through their own accounting system and saying to address it, but without knowing what that system is, you have no idea what they're talking about.
I mean, it's not like in games where the person just writes out everything so your character knows.
I mean, I'm basically making inferences at this point.
But yeah, if you want, I can go into more detail on any of that, should you wish.
I think, well, is there more detail to give is the thing. Like, they're basically a series of clip notes and then a bunch of observations on the, I guess they're catacombs is what these are. I'm just double checking the.
It seemed to be less observations and more assumptions and or conclusions. Which is arguably even less useful.
She tells us essentially what the devil told us.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
This was once a cellar to a fortress, and something has shifted it into these catacombs.
Alright, so... Shadow. If I... Because here's the biggest problem with comprehend languages. I need to be touching the surface that whatever I'm trying to read is on. So right now, the one thing that I'm thinking, because there's writing on the ceiling of this golden room, right?
There are runes on the ceiling of this golden room.
Yeah, runes.
Think magic circles.
Okay, so it's like arcane runes rather than like a given language.
Yes.
Okay.
And there is their format that you are not familiar with. Like, this is a different type of magic than what you are used to.
I believe what you said at last session, Rec, was, but I study esoteric magic.
I do make that comment a lot, is that Lesla's entire thing is studying esoteric magic. If it's not
Yes,
something
this is
that
not the type of esoteric that you are familiar with.
yeah, that's what I'm
studying.
saying. If it's not something Lesla's familiar with, it is really fucking esoteric. Probably a dead magic.
Not necessarily dead,
Not popular.
not popular.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind, magic differs a little bit from place to place.
What it is.
Yeah.
If you go far enough away, then it's very different. If you go far enough back, it was probably even more different still. And there are some places where it has changed dramatically due to various reasons.
Like ancient language versus modern language, and then you take the incorporation of modern
Yeah,
affects.
but given what you know about this, and what you've read so far, it would make sense as to for this to be a very odd one. If you took some time, you could maybe decipher what they mean, but it's not. You cannot readily look at these and say, "Oh, that's this type of rune."
If I could have done that over the course of the short rest, just looking at these and trying to decipher them, I would have tried. But
Yeah. No, that is something you could have done.
Yeah.
So I will say that's okay, because I didn't elaborate that very well.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I say you aren't readily apparent what they mean, I mean you will need to take time to study it. So that's my bad.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but June the 7th, his origination was Karatur? No, is that right?
No. So his
Ooh,
origination
nice.
was the ancient Shun Imperium. The Shun Imperium encompassed Tathir, and Kalimshan.
Kalimshan. That's what I was trying to remember. Sapphire's book is
Karaturan.
Karaturan. Okay. So that's not going to help me there. You were also talking to someone, so I doubt you're going to give me much assistance in actually, studying these runes. So looks like I'm on my own. Is it? I don't
They are
assume.
not Karaturan. That
Yeah.
I can tell you
Yeah.
immediately. That is a very distinct type of magic. And
Yeah.
honestly, even from what Sapphire has in her book, it's still hard for you to understand. It's that alien.
Yeah. Well, I was just because she has that weird book, she might be a bit more familiar with esoteric magics.
Actually, here's a good way to put it. So imagine you are the comparison between like Faerunian and Karaturan magic and how they do it. Imagine you are a doctor studying antibiotics with the European knowledge. And then you go over to China and see how they treat the same ailments.
Okay.
That is the difference.
All right. Well,
Except instead of a lot of the stuff that didn't work, it all does.
All right. So
And you have no idea how.
what type of check am I making?
This would be a Arcana check.
All right.
The thought of Leslie going, "How the hell does this work?" and then Sapphire coming up is like, "Easy, like this."
Have you tried looking
Have
at
you
it
been
upside
studying
down?
this? Kind of.
Have you tried looking at it upside down?
Okay. Anyway,
Get a
but
different
That's what I used to
perspective
do
on
with
things.
puzzles. I used to turn them upside down so I could see something.
I doubt anyone's actually assisting me. Although theoretically speaking,
I'm attuning to a
yeah,
task,
you're
to a
tuning
special
to a staff. Sapphire was talking to you.
Hey,
She-
Kinkin.
Cheese was talking to you. Zarfea is basically a barbarian. Hope is Hope.
There you go.
Actually, Vale might have some insight onto this. Could I ask him to assist me during this short rest?
You can,
All right.
and he will
Hey,
attempt to.
Worship of Mistra. We asked for Mistra's guidance, everyone. Ask for Mistra's guidance all together.
You be quiet. Anyway, but yeah, so
That is basically what you're doing.
I'm
Alright.
going to shoot all of you one of these years. Anyway, but
Shoot me
rolling
twice, please.
Arcana with advantage if allowed from assistance.
Yep.
All right, here we go. That's double fucking fours.
That's hysterical.
You could roll higher than that.
So, you did gather they are conjuration magic.
Yes,
Mhm.
we do that. 'Cause the detect magic.
They are on the base of each of these like cylinders there at the top, which are quite large cylinders, I'll add. They are probably about the size of the coffin you found earlier.
Mhm.
Oof.
But that is clearly not what they are. They are just the same size.
Poops shoot.
As for otherwise, what you are able to determine is that these are meant to connect to something. They are essentially like glyphs of some variety. Similar to a glyph of warding, except there is not a spell directly attached to them. So basically, something happens and they do something. You're not sure what the trigger is, and you are not sure what the something they do is.
All right, guys, it's
But
time. To...
what you are able to determine, what you also do notice, I will tell you this, because you have to go in here to do it. So these tiles, these are tiles.
Yep.
These are pits. There is coins in every single one of these pits.
I don't trust that.
Lots
That's a
of them.
trap. That's a trap.
Uh-huh.
They are about 10 feet down, and they are filled with coins and other glittering things. A lot of them seem to be largely, largely worthless. Like these are bits of colored glass and like cheap jewelry, but there is a significant amount in there that's actually worth something.
Reminder: the thing said, if you want my treasure, you pay the price.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't take anything, we're fine.
Hold up. I'm gonna try something.
No.
Don't
Where are you going
Poor
to try?
Raven.
worry.
Poor Raven.
It is gonna be the poor Raven. It is gonna be the poor Raven. I'm gonna give the Raven a gold coin.
Wow.
Actually, no. I'm gonna give the Raven a platinum coin. Oh. That I will borrow. Actually, no. I only have a silver coin. I'll give him a silver coin. And actually, no. Oh, but was it Electrum ingots we found or Electrum coins?
Electrum coins.
Coins. I'm gonna give him one of the Electrum coins then, and I'm going to have him fly into the room and drop an Electrum coin into one of the pits.
Okay. Nothing happens.
All right. Now I'm going to have him take it out, along with
Nothing happens.
along with a different coin.
So taking out the different coin actually doesn't budge.
Interesting.
Remember, Raven's really weak.
Raven is really weak. I do know that, but a Raven should still be able to pick up a second coin.
I was about to say, if we don't have a Kenku in the party, then remember we have a Raven, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So. I'm trying to figure out what the price to be paid is.
Fortunately,
I
we
mean,
know
typically something that big is typically blood.
Have this stuff. I imagine it's either going to fill with acid or something.
All right.
Conjuration can be anything.
All right. Just because I feel like experimenting for a bit using the Raven as a hilariously I can't even finish the sentence.
You did have it land in the. You also had it land in the center of the room.
I did have.
As land.
Yeah, I want to have it land on like any of these green, like the center of a tile.
So those green things are actually sticking up. Those are like some sort of lamp that is in the center of each tile.
I would like to have the Raven fly around each one of the lamps while looking through its vision to investigate it.
So looking at the lamp specifically, there is a crystal inside that is giving off the light, not any sort of oil or flame. It doesn't seem to be magical. It just seems to be a property of the crystal.
Interesting. And is the crystal inlaid or is it just
so it is inside of the lamp itself. So essentially there is like a glass around with the crystal inside, and then there's a top on it.
All right.
So the top is kind of designed to mimic the look of the crystal, but it is obviously fake.
And there's no like slot on the lamps to like insert a coin.
Not that you can see.
Okay. And having the crow or the raven hop across each of the tiles doesn't actually do anything.
No.
I think it's just as long as we don't take anything from the room, we're fine.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard. You know what? I'm gonna have the raven try and pick up one of the pieces of glass that are in one of the pits.
It also does not seem to move. It's a bit too heavy for it to pull up.
Huh. Can I? Okay. Well, let's. Raven. Look at Raven's strength. Try and figure out how much it can carry.
It's a tiny creature, so it can lift. Its total lift is 15 times its strength, and its carry weight is 12.5 times its strength.
So it has a strength of 2.
Not 12.5, 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5 times.
7.5 times.
So that is
15 pounds.
Yeah.
So it has a carry capacity of 15 pounds, and it has a push, lift, drag of 30.
Okay. Wait, it's. Oh, you're right. Smalls don't have the have; it's only tinies.
Yeah.
That gets me right there. That right there. That small creatures don't actually have a penalty to their carry capacity.
Because they wanted to make everything simple for player care.
Yeah. And then they added things that have powerful, or strong, whatever it is.
Powerful build, yeah.
Powerful build, yeah.
Or equine build if you're a centaur.
I'm just thinking about this. I don't think a mage hand can carry more. I think
yeah, 10 pounds. It's less than the raven.
It's less than the raven, so. Was there a specific type of aura coming from the coins themselves? When my detect magic was up?
When your detect magic was up, you did not go in the room.
So you're saying that the room itself is. Huh?
The only magical aura you saw readily was the ceiling.
Okay.
But you also did not go in the room and look inside the pits, to my knowledge.
In that case, I will. In that case, I would like to, looking through the raven's eyes, I would like to try and examine the coins to see if they are real coins or they're all like one object.
So they're not all one object. They're definitely multiple objects. But there is you can detect. Are you like using detect magic on these?
Yeah, I'm gonna detect magic again. Yeah.
Okay. So there is an aura of magic. It would strike you as dunamancy magic.
Oh, okay. So they've enhanced the gravity on the coins to make them heavier so you can't pull them out. So if this is a trap, what the fuck does the conjuration do? Lessla is like speaking all of this out loud, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone wants to, give a theory on the stupidity of all of this, go ahead.
I imagine you're mumbling.
Yeah.
No, Lessla doesn't mumble. She talks very clearly.
So she's like, huh, if that's the case, then why is this here? Like, just clear and loud.
Yes,
not just like to
because
herself.
that's how wizards work. Is that they work through problems one by one. Lessla has never had to be quiet when working through problems, so she's never developed the mumble or the inner voice to solve her magical problems. So whenever she's working on a magic problem, she speaks out loud, which is my way of saying everything I'm learning, you guys will learn if you just listen. But there's Dunamancy on the coins, and Corvus walked in.
Yeah. Shout out. Do I know what Dunamancy is?
You would have recognized it as being mentioned as a school of magic, but beyond that, not exactly.
What about me?
Again, you know it's a school of magic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's not a common one. You know that.
Yeah.
You might... no, you wouldn't know that. Leslie would know there are some debates as to whether or not it's even an actual school of magic. Same with
Chronergy.
Yeah.
I thought Dunamancy was the combination of chronology and graviturgy.
Dunamancy specifically is graviturgy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The two are both the same name for different names for the same thing, essentially.
Right, gotcha. How deep are the pits?
10 feet.
So not that deep. What exactly does that mean?
Dunamancy, or graviturgy, depends on where you're from, honestly, is a magic specializing in the manipulation of gravity. If there is an aura of Dunamancy on these coins, it means that the crow cannot lift a single, raven cannot lift a single one, indicates that each coin is the weight of it has been increased. Each coin weighs more than 15, maybe even 30 pounds.
Well, I don't understand this. You said there's a bunch of tubes up there that have conjuration magic.
That is correct.
I suppose if you remove a coin, you trigger whatever's up there to spit out whatever it spits out.
Are the tubes all throughout the room, or are they only over the pits?
They are only over the pits.
Okay. So I think I have a theory on how this works.
So does Corvus.
Yeah. My current theory, based off just how everything's working, is that each pit has a different effect if you are to take the treasure out of it. Now,
To me, this is a treasure hunter's trap. So jump in the pit without thinking, grab a handful of coins, your hands will be stuck because you scooped up a bunch of dirt, and then something summons on top of your head.
More than likely that is the case.
The question is, how much do we need money?
Lessla does not want to say anything.
That is literally the question here. Do we need money?
I mean, we always need money, but in this case, I'm not entirely sure if I would trust this kind of money.
Question is, was this made to only be a trap, or was this made to be some kind of treasury? Because it's kind of out the way. If it was a treasury, then there's a way to label it. Otherwise, what's the point?
Shadow, if I go in and look around, would I be able to notice any traps that could be,
Possibly.
Magic
You can
Sapphire.
try.
Magic Sapphire. Magic traps.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
I assume investigation.
Mhm.
Would anyone like to help me with this?
Sure, I'll give you some help.
Yay!
That will certainly be okay. So, Sapphire, you specifically, when you take a closer look, you do notice something. There are, around the edges of these, where you see those black borders, those black and gold borders around the edges of the pits. You can
Mhm.
see the map.
Yes.
Those specifically, when you look really, really close, it's almost imperceptible, but there are tiny lines carved around them that also look like they are some sort of symbolism. Maybe magical in nature, maybe not. Whatever they are not currently giving off magic, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but there is something there.
So I imagine Sapphire's just like looking around, and then she just suddenly stops, looks right at her feet, and kneels down and like, not too close. She's keeping her head not above it. But she's
To give
trying-
you an idea as to how small these are, if you stick a fingernail in these little cracks and lines, it will scrape it. It will scrape the sides of it.
Jeez.
Like, they are
That is-
very, very small.
Raises the-
Everyone's like, Sapphire, how the hell did you notice that?
A good way to describe it is it looks
An
like
elf.
someone took a very, like, almost like a letter opener and just dragged it across something to scrape something into it. Except it's a bit deeper.
Hey, Lessla, any chance you can see this and maybe decipher this potentially magic scribble?
Well, Lessla will step closer to it, and she'll put her hand on the surface to see if she can't decipher what it's saying as she looks at it using comprehend languages.
So, again, these are not like language letters, these are runes. There's
Yeah.
just no magic in them.
There's no literal interpretation of these runes. It's possible I might be able to determine any effect they might have if magic courses through them.
I feel
You-
like these are the trap part aspect of it, so we probably don't want that.
If I had to guess, grab a coin, whatever this is activates, meaning you can't climb out, then something drops. And if I'm also right, people can't, it also means you can't get deep. That may be a barrier of some kind. You literally can't get out until you paid the price for trying to take something.
Yes. You were gonna say something, Shadow?
So, you do notice that they do share similar symbols as to what is on the ceiling.
Can I try and identify what school of magic the runes might be related to based off what's above me?
Not so much. You can tell that they are connected, but it doesn't seem to be a specific school as far as you can tell.
So I have a stupid idea for how we might be able to test this.
Oh no.
It only works once, and if a trap doesn't activate, I waste a second level spell slot. If we want to do it without risking damage, if we want to do it while risking damage, it should succeed no matter what. But one of us, that's not me. That is something I will say. One of us that's not me jumps in, grabs it. If a trap activates, I can vortex warp you out of it, as
Question
long
is-
as it doesn't block my line of sight.
Question.
That's A big if.
We have to ask though is, do we need to? We can just leave. Leave the plaque up, leave a note, make sure everyone understands how dangerous this room is, so when the others come to investigate, they don't suffer the effects and be on our way. Isn't necessary, we don't really have to take anything.
Yes.
Other than satisfying curiosity, but that's not needed. We more or less figured this out. It's trapped, and it doesn't want you taking what's in here. Treasure hunter trap.
Yes. The one thing I am still concerned about is the artifact mentioned in these notes. It's possible that we already have it. And she'll gesture to her bag of holding where she's been throwing shit in. But it's also possible it's maybe hidden in here.
Doubt that. If it is, why do we need it?
Because would you want some random adventurer having an artifact of June the 7th?
No. He looks right at Lessla, he said.
I didn't actually hear what his response was.
He said no.
Yeah.
And looked right at Lessla.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I understand that your propensity to not trust me also means you wouldn't want me to have it.
I wouldn't trust myself to have it. That Pune fella urge upon all of Toril. If anything, I would rather burn this place to the ground. Make sure no one can get.
Well, for all we know,
that's not how artifacts work.
Well, for all we know, this entire thing is meant to be a trap to destroy the entirety of the catacombs.
All we know.
For now, I say we leave it alone, and if we discover more information about it, we can come back to it.
Unless anyone's particularly money hungry, this isn't the room we wish to mess with.
Mm-hmm. I'm just. I really. Is there any part of the lamp that looks like it can come off shadow?
You can possibly take the top off of it, yes.
Yeah. Lessla will say is, will you allow me to try and take the top off of this lamp?
First thing. If it isn't technically treasure, and it only has things over the pits. It might trap you in that chamber, though. But it shouldn't be as bad as whatever happens if you're in a pit.
Yes.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason I say vortex warp. But yeah. If you guys want to get out of here before I, try and pull this thing off, feel free.
Corvus will actually stand here so that he can grab Lessla. Something starts happening, he can just immediately grab her.
Okay.
Sapphire had technically left the room when they were saying we can leave and come back if we find any more information. That's when she left the room.
Yeah.
She's kind of by the door.
Yep. Lessla will attempt to pull the top of the lamp off.
Okay, you're able to do so.
Mm-hmm. Looking inside, is there any change?
Nope, the gems inside, or crystals inside rather, are still glowing.
Are they? Do they look like something you can just pick up and take?
Possibly.
All
You
right.
won't know until you try.
You gotta stop. Shadow. I'm gonna.
Well, it's not immediately obvious. Like, the only way to know is to see if you can pick it up.
Yep. Lesla's going to walk out of the room and look to Corvus and just for him to walk out, and then I'm going to use the Raven to try and pick one of the things out of there.
Are you keeping the torch with you?
What torch? I haven't had torch out.
The
It's
lamp.
it's actually bright in there.
Oh, I thought you. What were these things then? Because I thought they were described as like torch or lanterns or something.
They're
Crystal.
they're crystals.
There's crystals
The
in them.
crystals are making the
Oh.
light. I just took the top off, so it's basically like a candy jar.
Okay, so did you take? Do you put the top back or?
No, I still have the top in my hand. But I'm having the crow try and pick up one of the crystals inside of the lamp.
Okay. The crow can pick it up easily.
Oh. All right.
Well,
I will have him fly over to me to see if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
Interesting. I have detect magic up. Did anything change in the immediate vicinity when one of the crystals was removed?
No.
All right, that's my experiment done. Do we want a bunch of glowing crystals?
No,
No.
I don't trust them.
All right.
I
I'll
don't want to have to pay for it later.
yeah have the crow put it back and put the top back on for me because I can't be bothered. And I
Okay,
can't
so
be
you're just
bothered.
having the crow fly over
from the
and bring it
crow's
back on there.
flyby, right? It was only coins in the pits.
Yeah, and like
Coins, some glass, and some gems, but none of them seem to be worth an especially large amount.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just
Most
it's
seem
just
to
a
be
treasure
fake.
hunt.
it's just a treasure
trap.
trap. Yeah. I figured that was the case. Just looking at it, it looks like because it's a well lit room, that no obvious dangers in it.
Just
If
leave. Always make sure the plaque when we're leaving. Just make sure he sets it so it's like very evident.
In your face.
What
Yeah, and then
what language was that plaque in, by the way?
Common.
Common. Okay.
Of course, we'll dig into his bag, pull out a little makeshift, what looks like a really old, weather-worn scroll case. Pop it open, pull out a scrap of paper, look around, just use the dirt on the floor, the right room, heavily trapped.
Proceed
Fake
with
gold,
caution.
fake money, not worth. That's it. And like this giant peasant scroll. He takes a couple of his little scraps of paper, leaves it so like everyone knows this room is not worth it. What it will do, and then get back to the rest of it.
Yep.
I'm gonna attach cheese to the NPC.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We're going to zoom.
All right. Time to go back
Oh,
to that
more
door
work.
and crowbar it. Oh wait, I have my strength back. I can crowbar things better now.
Yeah.
Because I believe
Remember,
it's
if I can't hold down the down button, or else it breaks the fucking everything.
Oh, there we go. Now things are what?
Yeah, it's because whenever I hold down my arrow keys to move, it just breaks everything. I don't know why. Well, I had to tab it one by one.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because I'm moving the way I'm moving. Fucks everything.
all
I
right.
don't know why it does.
I can see that.
Give me the fucking crowbar. I have +1 strength again.
You get
Hands crowbar over.
All right. Here we go. Crowbar. That's a 16.
It pops open.
I'm really not the best person to be doing this. I've just had the best luck
Yeah,
with
yeah,
crowbars
it's
this entire time.
All right, give me my crowbar back.
Yep. Here's crowbar.
Thank
I really just need to get one of these. You know what? I'm gonna get a battering ram and put it in the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, battering ram's really good.
So you open the door. There is a solid wall of rock behind it.
You
Wait,
before I curse, I'm going to try and push my staff through it, with the expectation that it'll go through.
I imagine Sapphire sees that.
Tap, tap, tap.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I imagine Sapphire sees that and is like, well, that explains why it wouldn't open after I unlocked it.
Unlock it. Corvus sniffs the air a little bit and expands his senses to detect magic.
It's rock. And a door.
Probably a cave in. This is
No,
old.
it's just a solid slate.
Oh wait, hold up. Zarfeo, would you like to use your maul and see if you can't break in the wall?
Might be a puzzle. Corvus starts looking around the door frame and stuff for hints of like a puzzle.
There's 2 torches, that's it.
Pull on each torch.
Watches.
They're just torches.
Okay, well in that case,
You pull on one, it feels like it might break off.
I know. An old trick that Corvus remembers was how to find which one was a special floorboard that his mom and his pa used to hide things under. Was to look for the discoloration. The discoloration to certain stones in the walls. Yeah.
None of them seem to be discolored.
I feel
that was my ace in the hole.
Okay. Can we just see, because it's slate? Is it smooth or is it rough stone?
It is smooth.
I would like to let Zarfea try and pummel it with the maul, because I believe the maul does count as a siege weapon.
It's not.
It does not? Okay.
It does not. Cool if it did.
I'm gonna save you some time and her some rolls. She's gonna wail on it for a while. It's not going to break.
Okay. In that case.
And this time, I'm keeping my eye on Hope, just in case.
Yeah.
Hope's still looking pretty poorly there.
Okay.
He didn't spend any hit die? Anyway, so that's that. I guess we'll try and circle around from that other passageway that goes down in this general direction.
It is interesting. Why would they have just a straight up wall behind it? Is there like any space behind the wall? Like behind the door frame?
No, it like butts up right against the wall.
Is there...
It's just a smooth stone wall.
Yeah?
I bet if there is a mechanism, it's on the other side.
I put my hand to the wall. I'm going to try and like...
I assume it's too far to use the trick up back this way.
The last thing, I'm just going to try
just
and...
douse the lights and see if that works.
that's a different puzzle. We already
I know,
solved
it's a
that
different puzzle.
one.
Actually, that was
I'm
even
just
part of
gonna
that
try
puzzle.
My head against it. Can I hear anything? I just don't like...
No.
It's thick. It's thick enough to take a couple whales from the mall, so it's clearly
Yeah.
thick.
No, you can't hear anything on the other side.
Okay. That was just the last bit gambit.
Are there any dents on the wall after the maul?
I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like that someone has been hitting it with a maul.
You know what we need?
How's the mall doing?
We need a pocket
Uh,
dwarf.
it's a maul. It's pretty well.
We
Yeah.
need a pocket dwarf. It'd be really good here.
I mean, technically speaking, Lessla has some
You do
training.
not have stone coming.
I know I
You're not a
don't.
Pocket dwarf.
I'm from a dwarvish empire, though.
It's not the same thing.
You know, these little stone closets you have everywhere throw me off.
Yeah, I like the little pillars to me. I just assume the pillars.
That's exactly what they are.
Okay, we got another passageway here and a much shorter one here.
Huh.
Yeah, that one just ends there.
This one just...
This is a random pillar, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this one goes back up north, Corvus. And turns left.
Where are you guys?
We went a different way.
I just moved all the NPCs out of the maze.
Is that what? Oh, you fucker! It is a maze.
Where the fuck did you guys go? Oh,
Went downstairs.
okay.
I mean, if you want to keep looking around it, you're more than welcome to.
We're going to look around it. Did we really find like the one path out instantly?
I'm not gonna tell you.
We did. We did find the one path out
That's what I
instantly.
do, baby. That's my life story, baby. Oh, I just want to resurrect.
Actually,
Okay, that's a windy corridor.
This is how we check.
Dead ends. That
Anything did you find anything?
I am gonna like wait over here. Okay, I found a curvy path this way. Corvus.
To grab boy somewhere else.
does Corvus still have control of his token? Has that problem come back up yet?
It's just boy doesn't have dark vision. So whenever I move, he disappears. I have to go find him.
Yeah, this one definitely winds. And leads to a dead end.
Very good.
But there's more down here. Particularly this has
Goodness, I'll see if it's
very bright torch.
If there's anything you want to investigate, let me know.
I'm looking at the walls for like stuff.
I'm
Okay.
gonna zoom the fuck out. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Further. Well, we haven't gone up in the cell.
Oh, there's a torch here. Paul, is there anything but these torches?
You pull it, it breaks off the wall.
Oh, I
it was going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Lessla is going to, after she's found this final dead end, because I'm pretty sure I've been every dead end on this fucking maze.
Yeah.
She's going to now draw the maze on a piece of paper. And
Do you visit with cartographer's tools?
Nope, I'm just drawing the paths I took.
That is part of a travel activity, but you use your passive.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, we haven't exactly. Whoops.
I'm just trying to see if this maze forms a symbol.
Well, technically speaking, we haven't gone through the entire maze yet. We have, well, the bottom part, sure. I think. I don't think there are any other rooms.
I don't think there's any extra tunnels down there. Go check.
Yeah, if there's any spot specifically you want to check, then let me know.
Wait a second, let's go. Yep.
I am.
This is me just like scanning the room. Yeah, no, there's no other.
Out just to make this easier for myself to look. Nope. I'm not seeing anything. I've went every twist and turn.
I'm trying to see how close I can get to the area where the slate is.
That's yeah. I looked. There's nothing there. I couldn't find anything.
Okay, then there might. Then if it is,
I've literally. So you know, I have literally zoomed out so I can see the entire thing I've explored.
No, I did the same thing. I did the same thing. So yeah, I think we really did find the path out immediately because Corvus just walked.
Yeah.
my weird pathfinding looks again. I'd be good at pathfinding.
Time to either continue on back the way we came or go through the.
No, the ceiling goes out. The ceiling goes out.
That's the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that.
That's what we determined.
There was nothing down this corridor, right? It was just like an alcove. Quick scan of the wall shadow.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
I'm doing the same.
Baby boy, can the boy help me?
Sure.
Thank you, Shadow. You're my best friend.
It's a wall.
It's better to know it's a wall than to think it's a wall, and it's actually a spitting mimic.
I just want to make sure it's not. There's no secret passageways.
Oh yeah, that too, of course. Definitely not core features, no monsters. I want loot. Corvus doesn't really care about loot, so that's like I have to playing a little bit of roleplay. Alright. Just check here, because I will explore this place. That's no hidden wall, no hidden doors in here, Shadow. Doors here.
Do you want to take the time to search the entire room?
I've lost.
I have my detect magic up still, I think.
No, not really magic in here.
Yeah, I'll take some time.
There's
to
some
explore
faint,
this.
like, lingering bits from where the shadows
Yeah.
used to be.
Yeah, I'll do some little exploration. Yeah, just like a scan. Anything.
Roll perception. If Boy's helping you, it'll be neutral, since you're just scanning the whole thing.
Because of how... I guess it was just for the whole thing. You'd use special roll. Neutral. That's gonna be a low roll. Yeah. Nope.
You don't notice anything.
Okay, before we go away, why the fuck is that torch different? Oh, because there's 2 torches there. You were standing on one somehow. Why are there these 2 torches here? Who in their right mind designed something like this? I'm gonna mage hand both of those torches gently to see if anything happens.
Nope.
Alright.
Weird design.
I blame the tune.
Are these magic torches or like actual fire torches?
They're actual fire. How they're still burning, you don't know.
I will do a little druid craft to snuff them.
Okay.
Anything?
They snuff out.
Druid craft to relight them.
They light back up.
Okay. That's my extent of capabilities.
They're probably gas torches.
The natural gas of the tunnels.
Yeah.
And
Don't.
you're back here in the room with all the tombstones.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, second door, right?
Yep.
Careful around the acid water.
Yep. One at a time, please.
2 at a time, because me and the boy go together. Because I think he falls at a safe distance behind Corvus, but it's just easy to move us both at the same time. My ears out for...
Oh,
the
wait.
NPCs are going to follow wherever you tell them to go.
Really? Into the acid, go!
With the exception of that.
But Sharon, you said everywhere!
You know what I meant.
I didn't.
Oh. I think we're getting close.
We have a break.
We have a break. I can't see shit because I'm still only using a dagger for light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scan the walls. I'm
They
following.
are. Go ahead and roll. Those are pillars you're standing currently on.
No. I'm not like what I mean by scan the walls is I'm going to walk along one side on one wall. Corvus, you should walk around the other so that we illuminate as much as possible.
Yeah. We don't want to, for some reason.
If you're looking for anything, perception check. That is a pit.
That is a
Oh, it's
pit.
a pit. Yeah, I thought
Yes.
that was just a wall.
Yeah, that is a pit. Okay. I would like to perception the pit.
Yeah, I would also
I
like
guess.
perception.
Perception
you're
of the
the
pit.
better-
It's the pit. You can't see the bottom.
Sapphire, you have better perception than me.
You also have better ability to see in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
That perception check was for the room in its entirety besides the pit. So,
Roll it again then. Okay. It's a room.
no, the 13 was for the room. The 20 is for the pit in particular, just to see if I can see.
No, you
further.
need to roll it again for the room. Now you may roll for the pit.
Okay.
Not 20. Oh, close.
Very close.
It's a pit.
Okay, I'm going.
Bottomless pit, guys.
You can't see the bottom.
All right, we do this spelunking style. I'm
Veil-
going to.
Veils at the bottom. The bottom.
I'm going to light a torch and drop it down the pit.
Perfectly good.
Okay.
Use the one we've almost used up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you light it. You drop it. I have to look something up.
How far it falls? 500 feet per round.
Yes! Yes!
500 feet
Please
per
tell
round?
me to shell out
Okay.
this cube. Please tell me to shell out
It
this cube.
yeah. No, so it takes about half a round.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, please tell me to shell out this cube. We just went bloop. I'm so excited.
So if it's falling that entire, like, when do I lose sight of it?
No, you're able to see it all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the
Once
bottom
it
of
hits it, obviously once it hits the bottom, it obviously goes out. But
Yeah.
I so
In the
thought it was a
brief
shell out this
moment
cube.
I
I'm
saw the
so happy.
bottom,
stone,
was there the stone? Okay.
stone.
Okay. This is Sparta pit.
If I had to guess, this might be a
Staying away from the pit. I don't trust it.
jump in the pit.
Well, we definitely don't have the rope to go down there.
Yeah.
Well, we could feather fall down, but then we can't get back up.
We can get back up. Unless I can't. I could at later levels. Come back at later levels, then we can all fly.
Yeah. If we come back in 2 levels, I can just fly down the pit and cast Dark Vision. Okay, well. I'm now going to start scanning the wall for any.
Yeah, anything on the
Actually, no.
pillars?
I'm gonna scan the floor as I walk around to see if there's any scrape marks on the floors.
Nope.
All right. No scrape marks on the floors. The pillars are just pillars.
We're gonna tell everyone when we get back that there's nothing in here.
They're gonna be like, "How did you explore all this place in 3 hours?"
We hugged the left wall.
We systematically went through every room, couldn't find any secrets because it's hard to find secrets in an ancient place like this. And 3, it seems someone already either looted the place or it's not that impressive. It was just to kill some undead. That's literally our job here. I think the aberrant scale took interest in it, but they're looking for something in particular.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, shout the Drake. I would not move that way. I move around. The Drake is like always behind me, so he never walk. You know I walk across the pit. There was just a banner here.
Yeah, what?
Little thing here. Yeah. The little
torch and
little
banner
back
thing.
so you can the little banner thing. I want to look at that.
It's just tattered. Nothing, no
Can I
special,
tell
no
what it used
designs or
can I tell
anything
what it used
special on
to
it.
be? What it used to be? Like its color, or is it too faded? Oh, what it used to
Too faded now.
be. What was...
Alright.
It looks like it may have just always been plain, honestly.
If I may ask a question, ma'am. I guess you said Miss Silverster, to be more specific. Name, ma'am. Too many ma'ams in this party.
There are too many names.
You said that there was something written on that there thing in the center, right?
Yes.
It was, you theorized it was some kind of code?
Yes.
Did
Roughly.
we ever say that out loud, or did it look like the letters could be rearranged?
Yes, it looked like an anagram.
I mean, on the tomb, could you take the letters off and rearrange them?
Does it look like they were, blocks?
It does not look like they are removable. It does not.
All right. Well, it was an anagram that we assumed was the word unicorn, but it could be something else that we're just not thinking of. It could the script is common, but it could be a commonization of what the word sounds like in a different language. The only
What
other
language did Lord Shun speak?
was a human, so common mostly.
You do know there's a regional dialect from that would
Yeah.
have likely been something he knew as well.
Yeah. He has his regional dialect, but I don't believe any of us has spent time down there to learn it. Gosh darn humans and our ability to spread across the world like fucking parasites.
Also, just try something real quick. He'll cast Mold Earth. And just under where the anagram is written, he will make the word unicorn be spelled.
Okay, you do that.
Okay, that was my shot.
Is there no way to get back to get there?
I think, honestly, I'm correct in saying this, ma'am. That woman was looking for an artifact and couldn't solve a simple puzzle to find it. I think we did find what was lingered here, and I think this Mert sent us here to more look to see if there was something of import. There wasn't. And there's a couple undead history and a history if Lord June.
Well, either way, we have found June's greatest treasure, according to his puzzles. I still don't understand the purpose of a spellbook in a coffin.
I think it's more than a spellbook, man.
Oh, it's undoubtedly is, but its main purpose is that of a spellbook.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that this, what was it? We were even told this place was just a cellar, and then you reading that letter out loud told us that. You say everything out loud.
Yeah. Oh, and when she's trying to solve something, she does say everything out loud.
Yeah. You're comprehending language, you're just saying it out loud. That aberrant scale member was also said that the artifact could shape, ruin these catacombs in some way. Imagine just having a corrupting effect. You might want to be careful with that tone. It can corrupt land and this. I fear what it could do to an ambitious young sorceress. Not sorceress, you wouldn't say sorceress. Ambitious young wizard.
I wonder if those pipes summon whatever the notes refer to as black bile. I doubt that she would carry the research notes if they weren't relevant in some way.
Imagine black bile. If it's a type of ooze, then it just be a different name for something else. But if it has an effect on corpses, maybe it releases this thing, kills you, and then you become a new undead infested in this place. Maybe that's what all them ghouls were. And we remember that we did scan these tombstones. There's nothing written on them. They're just too weathered and aged.
Yeah. If there isn't anything on
weathered
them.
means air or water got to them, which with the pool makes sense. There's probably some water. But
don't put a door in front of me if it's not a door! Anyway. I think we have really explored this entire place unless there actually is a secret door somewhere we just didn't do the perception check to look for.
Be fair, if there are other places here, then maybe there are better adventures to find it. But we took care of some of the danger, and we warned them about that treasure trap. So done our. What's a dumb word for due diligence? We've done our part.
We've done our part, yeah.
That's the simplest way I can think of.
But like, yeah, we have and this out of character. The only thing I would like to attempt to test, but it's probably going to be pointless because most of the things I test are pointless. That's the point. Is throwing a body into the coins.
Into the what?
Throwing a body into
the coins. The
yeah.
coins. Okay.
That would be the only thing I would want to go back and test.
We have a couple of those.
There are a couple of them lying around.
I think before we do go, Corvus will listen to put his ear to the ground around the tombs and just listen.
Around or on?
I don't like that you had to have them specify.
Okay, I'll put it on.
No!
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it really was a step on him, and it starts the combat. That's great.
So, give me 1 second. I'm gonna call it here because you're gonna need Marin for this.
That's understandable. She's gonna be so confused.
I wasn't going to, but then you're like, dude, I was like,
I asked if you were going to.
I wasn't going to.
So,
I wasn't going to, and then you said it.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Shao made the fatal. Shao just be like, oh yeah, Corvus wouldn't put it on wouldn't have done it on the tombstone. But the problem is, nothing had really happened this session. I wanted something to happen.
Those skeletons.
that's where I'm gonna call it. Yes, they
Okay.
are.
Great.
The 3 in front on each one are, in fact, wielding crossbows.
Okay, so the pinned down by arrows is crossbow wielders.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right.
You'd
Cor-
probably there.
All right,
You'd
Corvus.
probably be
It-
here.
actually, Corvus and Zarfea
You're
right
gonna be
now
here.
are like the best people right now.
Yeah, you're gonna be here.
What?
Welcome.
Also, Marin won't be too confused. I've been messaging them the entire
You're
time.
welcome, guys.
All right.
You're welcome.
Only poor Hope hadn't rolled so poorly on his dice.
Oh, is he like real low on health because of hit die?
He used all of them. He rolled very poorly. Yes.
Unfortunate.
Welcome, guys.
All right.
He was at 4. He's now just under 20.
It's fine.
And he has.
All right, but with that, we will call it here for today. As always, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are, and remember to stay frosty. For those of you watching this on YouTube after the fact, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and ring that notification bell to get more content like this in the future. And to support the channel or our artists, please view the links down in the description below.